Am I working? Okay. Whoops. Happy new moon. How's everybody feeling? I did like the coloring pages that you posted. I printed out the elephant one and I was so excited, and I was getting ready to work on a different elephant project, so it was like so perfect. And I haven't gotten to color it though. I miss I miss coloring. I just like I print it out and I like intend to do it, and then I get busy and I'm like, meh, I want to do it. It's like my favorite thing. Um yeah, I'm started in a spirit animal project that I've been talking about for like a really long time, and finally started doing it. I got one of them done, and the next one was going to be an elephant, and uh then you posted that picture and I was like, "Oh, I should practice like what colors I want to use on the coloring page," but then I never got around to it. I blame we were watching a scary TV show, like it was on in the background, and it like totally zapped all of my creative instincts. I was like, I can't handle this. I'm such a wuss when it comes to scary things. It was like right on my border of like, if it had been just a tiny bit scarier, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. But if it had been like a tiny bit less scary, I probably would have liked it. There was like this very fine line. But welcome in, everybody. How are you doing today? How's the new moon treating you? Another thing, hoaxers, that you posted that I didn't get to respond to is that the push-ups challenge is kind of kicking my ass right now, and I don't know why. Because usually I have a lot of fire energy and I get really pumped and I'm ready to go, but push-ups were rough today for some reason. But I haven't had a chance to post in Discord yet. And welcome in, Keisha. Happy new moon to you as well. Amber is here. You guys are my peeps, always here. Thank you for subscribing, hoaxsters. We missed you on St. Patrick's Day. Wow, 13 months? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I always forget when you get so your magic bottle is full when at a year, but I think you don't get a new sub badge until a year and a half, I think is how that works out for some reason. That's just like how Twitch has it. Okay, did I catch up on everybody? And you were ready to join the queue. Oh, I don't have my queue open. Ah, hoaxsters, thank you for cheering. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I noticed you were anxious to jump in the queue, so we had to get that open for you. And I just realized I don't have my list. Let me grab it really quick. Why do I always forget? It's like, how many times have we done this and you always forget? And then we need the other one. Oh, I didn't put any channel point things on. I think everything is like, the settings are still from the cooking stream, so I might have to move things around. What do we have available there? Channel points. I hopefully at least just have oracle cards on there. Tea affirmation, divine doors. I should put the garden on there. That other mini deck. Oh, let's turn oracle cards back on. And let's add the garden one, because we're celebrating the new moon and the spring equinox too. Which I guess I totally had it wrong. I guess spring equinox was yesterday. But I like totally had a plan to celebrate today. Did anybody do anything fun? I saw Amber celebrated over the weekend and did lots of fun things. What am I doing? Add this. I'm just gonna add the Whispering Woods deck on there because I feel like that's a kind of like springy thing. And oh gosh, I don't know. 44. I don't know what to price it at. Let's make it brown. Okay. There we go. First day of spring was on Saturday. I think it was yesterday, the 20th, but I could be wrong. Like, I really, I've been so up and down energy-wise, like, the last week or so. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm ever going to say that I know something for sure anymore, because everything seems so, like, wonky. I think it is today. No, wait. I thought it was today, but I think technically it was yesterday. But then I read somewhere earlier that it lasts 3 days. The equal day and night lasts 3 days. So, whatever. Celebrate it when you feel like celebrating and rest when you feel like resting. How about that? You cleansed crystals today. Oh, good idea. Made candles and you just made more cookies. Those cookies look so good. Oh, where's our little friend? Oh, he must not be on here. So I had a plan for today. I brought out the fairy oracle because I thought that was like springy. Oh no! I was supposed to make the snow. I was supposed to change the snow today too. I forgot. Whoops. I have a different transition that's not snow. I was supposed to change that today. I had it on my to-do list and then I didn't do it. Oh dang it, that's gonna mess everything up. Oh well. But then I got a surprise deck in the mail that I ordered in December. I totally forgot about it. And I got a message like maybe a month ago that it got stuck in customs because it was coming from the UK. And I totally forgot about it. And now it's here. And it's a seasonal deck that we officially can't use because of today. So we could do an unboxing, but I really just wanted to do like spring themed fairy magical readings today, but we could do an unboxing if you wanted to, but I mean we could save it for later. Super early birthday. Well, either a super early birthday or a super late Christmas present. I don't know. I was like, what the hell? Like, I got mad about it. I was like, what the hell is this? No decks, no more decks. Like, the subscription box is gonna, like, ruin me for decks, I think. Like, that's enough. Like, that's enough splurging for me. I feel so guilty all the time. You can still put cookies outside. I don't know. Do fairies like nighttime or morning time? You can put them out now, and then they'll have them in the morning. That's a good idea. So I was going to use this deck, which I never use. It's just, it's one of those decks that, like, you kind of got to work with. So, I don't know. I just never really felt like Stream readings are usually kind of like lighter and fluffier. But I thought for today it would be fun. Okay, I'm just reading your message for your reading hoaxers, and I totally looked at it wrong and thought it said April monthly check-in to see if I am. I don't know. I saw epic in there. If I'm on the epic path, but I think it says right path. I was like, I don't know. I don't know where I am most of the time. What? Oh, I screwed up. I thought it said epic, but it said etc. Like etc. And I was trying to show you what I was talking about, and I just kicked you out of the queue. So let's just go ahead and do your reading. We can get a fairy message after. So the thing about this order, though, is that I think there's 2 decks in it, and I don't know why. Like, because it's just been so long. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, here's how's everybody's Rose of Jericho doing? I put a rock in it, and now the bowl is really heavy. Mine's kind of not doing very good. I don't think it's happy, but I'm gonna take it out of water tonight, so it'll be fine. Eventually. I need more room here. Let's rearrange some things. Why is the stapler taking up too much room? Yours is missing water? Over here. Then we can put these things on here. Then we can move these things over. I was trying to make the schedule today, so I have like stuff everywhere. I was really trying to get that finished today, but then I didn't. I mean, I got it close. There's something about this season that like feels weird to me. Like I can't put my finger on it really, but I'm having difficulty like planning. And usually I just like I have an idea of like what I want to do, and then I just plan it. And then if things change, then things change. But like there's something weird about this upcoming month. I don't know what it is. I anticipated that like next month was going to be weird. But there's something about this month. Ooh, this song sounds scary. Okay, now we have more room. Wait, a million pens and pencils everywhere. It's not the Taurus energy. It's that we have the second Aries new moon next month, and I don't like this song. How do I skip it? Kind of don't like this either. It's a Christmas song. Oh, it's the Celtic version of a Christmas song. I didn't know this was gonna have like an eerie feeling to it. Oh well. Okay, so next month, it's just that next month we have the second Aries new moon, And while, yes, it is in Taurus season, we have a lunar eclipse, a solar eclipse, and Mercury retrograde. So all year I've been anticipating that next month is going to be a little funky, but something feels weird about this month, and I don't know what it is. It could just be me. Oh well, I dropped that pencil. It's gone forever now. Alright, so Hoaxers wants to see what's going on for April. Gosh, why are we talking about April? Is it April already? Oh, I don't have any incense down here. Yeah, I'm gonna grab one more thing before we get started. Sorry to keep you waiting. I know, isn't it cute? Don't you just want to like go hang out there? I panic every time I see it though, because it's so similar to the ending stream scene. So I'm like, oh no, did I put the wrong one up? But it's it's the BRB one. I worry too much, huh? Okay. I needed to have my incense. Oh gosh, did I not? Okay. And we're gonna light a candle before we get started so that I can calm down. A red candle for the Aries new moon. Whoa, it was only $5? That's crazy. You'll have to let us know how it is, because that sounded so interesting to me. I've always felt like very connected to angels, but not in like the biblical sense. Like I even kind of feel like angelic connection to me is somewhat more galactic, but I thought that it was so interesting that that woman was talking about connecting angels to goddess. That was so fascinating. I can't believe it was only $5 though. I'll have to check that out. Like I need another deck. You're taking Gigi to a secondhand bookstore this weekend. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I like Patty Negri. I always forget about her podcast though. She's a little kooky, but I like kooky. Oh, you got the book. Okay, well, still that's cool. I kind of thought it was like a deck book kind of thing anyways. Okay, now I think I'm ready. Are you feeling called to any Oracle decks, Hoaxers? Oh, you know what? I think it's still on sub only. Yeah, let me change the settings on here. Okay. What did you decide about your vacation time? Well, I think we have good news and we have bad news for April. Okay. Let's get clarity because we have the Three of Swords upright. But then in the center is the Eight of Swords. So I kind of feel like this is a good thing. Finally going to be releasing something. Finally going to be like stepping out. But let's get clarity about like what this Three of Swords could be. And then we have the Strength at the end here. You take the bad news is the Three of Swords. Something's going to be painful. But you know what? It's funny. Last night, like I made the decision about something and it was like a really painful decision. And I was just like, it's so easy and it's so comfortable to fall back into old patterns. Like it's so easy. Like you can just like sink into it and like it's easy and it's comfortable. But I was like, no, you have to like do this thing. Like, and it was so hard and it was so uncomfortable and it was so painful. And then on top of it being painful, you're an empath, so you're feeling other people's emotions. But then after I made the decision and did the thing and went through the pain that was only like, well, I drew it out to be longer than 5 minutes, but it could have been 5 minutes if I had just made the decision, done the thing. Then we get to this like relief and this like light at the other side and this like, oh, this is why I did this. This is why I made that decision because this is good. Like the stepping out of the Eight of Swords cage that we keep ourselves in for so long. It's a good thing, but it is painful. It's hard to do because being comfortable is so easy. And especially like a situation that's like comfortable and not bad. Like, obviously, if you're in a bad situation, you're going to step out of it. But if it's easy and it doesn't bother you that much, then it's like, why not? Why not stay here? Because something better is on the other side of that. But that's what this feels like. Having the Three of Swords, like right here, like It's going to hurt and it's going to be painful, but it's finally going to unlock something, unleash something. It's going to allow you to step outside of this cage. Let's see what. Yeah, I wanted to ask more clarity about the Three of Swords. Like, my heart hurts, like, just thinking about it and talking about it. And it's like, why don't we focus on that relief? Okay, so we have the High Priestess in reverse to clarify the Three of Swords. So this is probably something that, like, you've known about for a long time. Like, intuitively, you've kind of seen this coming and you knew eventually it was going to be time to step out of this cage. But you may have been avoiding it because it's hard, it's difficult, and it hurts. Oh, thank you for the hugs. But then on the other side, it's so silly. You're like, why did I stay there for so long? Why did I do that for so long? And then the Strength here. Sorry, I'm trying to move Squirrel out of the way. He's kind of blocking the close-ups. Hey, come over here with Gizmo. Oh, MSR, hi, how are you? What am I doing? Okay, so something in April is going to be difficult, and know that we're always here to support you, but it's going to, and you know that you're strong enough to get through this thing, but it's gonna help you to finally do something that you've known you've been needing to do for a while. Stepping out of your safety zone. Okay, what else do we need to know about April? Man, you really don't want to let go of this thing, though. I think I can see you, like, trying to juggle both of the things, like the old thing and the new thing at the same time. And while you can maintain that for a while, again, like, prolonging this thing is only going to prolong the pain and the discomfort as well. Because we also have the Five of Cups. So this is, like, really not wanting to let something go, but you know, the High Priestess knows intuitively you're supposed to let go of this thing. Have you been thinking about something? Your community is going to be there to support you and help you. Not deeply thinking about anything. Six of Wands is being recognized for something, having your community supporting you. You know, we're always here for support. You do know, though. You do know. You might not. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it here, but, like, there is something. It might come to you later, because I think you're purposely not looking at something. Ooh, we got the cosmic emerald unicorn. Create perfect health, access divine abundance. Yeah, emeralds. This is a card of abundance. It invites you to expand what you believe you deserve and accept plenty from the benevolent universe. Archangel Raphael's cosmic emeralds are a combination of the blue ray of healing and the yellow ray of wisdom. Whoa. Weird. I was doing the meditation that I put out for subscribers today had a yellow light and a blue light that turned green, and I didn't even realize that was like a real thing. So Archangel Raphael's cosmic emeralds are a combination of the blue ray of healing and the yellow ray of wisdom. I had it backwards though. They are a magnificent pale, ethereal, translucent green and contain healing energy, trust, clarity of mind, loyalty, friendship, prosperity, higher enlightenment, and many other qualities at a ninth dimensional frequency. When unicorns add their light to them, their power increases tenfold, so your guidance is to access a cosmic emerald and activate it carefully, with the intention and prayer of serving your own highest good and that of the planet. Archangel Raphael is in charge of the development of the third eye chakra of enlightenment, and as this opens up, it enables you to see life from a higher, wider spiritual perspective. This center also holds the codes of abundance, consciousness, and the blueprint of your perfect health. These can be ignited by a cosmic emerald. Your guidance is to be clear about your intention to serve the highest good. Then ask that a cosmic emerald be positioned over you and activated to accelerate your spiritual journey with health, happiness, and abundance. You can also ask that it is placed in your third eye chakra to heal and light up the 96 chambers of this center in the best possible way for you. Your affirmation is, a cosmic emerald brings me abundance. So maybe like whenever you encounter this thing next month, like don't go into April being like, oh God, this horrible thing is going to happen. I think that this is something that might even like be unlocking your intuition. That might be the thing that's in the cage with the Eight of Pentacles. Like it might be like you're flip-flopping these. By stepping out of the cage, you're unlocking your intuition. And it's interesting that this card too is talking about like for the highest good of the collective. I think like I've been just getting those messages like over and over and over again. I think like the larger planetary shifts like Saturn and Pluto and the equinox and the new moon, I think like all of this energy is really shifting our priorities, especially from the last few years, because we've all been in survival mode, and when we're in survival mode, we're putting ourselves first and only thinking of ourselves, and I'm struggling, but like everybody's struggling. This has been a difficult time for everybody, no matter who you are, no matter what's going on. My giraffe spirit said hello. Like no matter what's going on or who you are, like everybody has gone through something the last couple of years, and I think we're gonna reprioritize and putting everybody first, or at least just like thinking more with compassion and our intuition, so that things are in like a better perspective for everybody. And if you're wondering why unlocking your intuition would be like a 3 of Swords kind of energy, I think that like the more we are honest with ourselves and uh, interested in staying connected to our spirituality on a regular basis, oftentimes removes people from our life that aren't supposed to be there. So like I don't know, like it doesn't necessarily have to be like, don't look at it as like losing people. Look at it as like gaining this truer, better perspective. And then there's going to be people within this community, especially, that are always going to be there. And isn't it such a relief to like be able to talk to people about these things? Like, I really struggle like with people, like people that I've known for a really long time, because they just like have no interest in talking about spirituality like whatsoever. And I'm not saying that we have to talk about it all the time. Like, it's just, I don't, like, I get bored. I get bored with just like mundane society. I'm like, don't you want to talk about something more? So I can see, like, that's how it might be painful, because it's like by awakening and seeing the truth and stepping out of your comfort zone is just is uncomfortable. But you're totally strong enough to do it, and allow yourself to be sad whenever that happens. But like, don't go into April. Go into April knowing that this unicorn, and maybe working with the crystal emerald, go into April on this unicorn's back and like an emerald crystal on your forehead, and get ready to awaken your third eye. So that you too can be a high priestess. And find the community connection that you want and desire. Laurel Bush Crafts, welcome in. How are you today? Survival mode is very stressful and not helpful for anybody. It's crazy. Like, I really wonder what everybody's adrenal glands are like right now. I've been out of nettles for a while, and I went to order some, and the shipping was $10 on top of like the tea. And I was just like, I'm not paying, like, tea weighs nothing. I was like, I'm not paying $10. Like, I know, like, I ship things all the time. I know that an ounce of tea, I know that you can ship things up to 8 ounces for $4. Like, I was like, why is this $10? I know, well, see, I have nettled. I'm growing it. It's just not ready yet. It's not ready to harvest. And I'm totally out of it. And, like, I noticed the, like, increase in stress when I'm not doing those things that normally take care of myself. It's like nettle tea is where I get most of my vitamins. So I've noticed a difference. Why was I talking about that? Oh, everybody being stressed. I was like, why am I talking about tea? Oh, Cosmic Carly, hello, how are you? How is your new moon going? Pretty soon I will have a shop of tea, you mean? I don't grow enough to sell it. I barely grow enough for me to drink it, obviously. Wow, 2 yards of fabric I feel like would weigh more than a bag of tea. Um, in their defense, I did order a pound of it, but when I saw how high the shipping was, I went down to 4 ounces because that was the next lowest thing. And it was still $10. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not paying $10 to ship 4 ounces of something. That's crazy. Stop stressing out and drink some tea. Oh my gosh, everybody's curious about April. Oh, Carly, you took a bath. That sounds nice. You know what? I've been thinking a lot about how I usually smoke cleanse like all the time. Like I always have sage leaves like sitting in a bowl next to me. Um, I've found that since Saturn shifted, and also since we made our little spray bottles, like I've been water cleansing instead of smoke cleansing. And it's kind of interesting that Saturn moved from an air sign to a water sign. And I'm just like really, I mean, I've always been attracted to water, but I've always been like a smoke cleanser. So I don't know. It's strange. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Let's get a shot. So I would say, Hoagsters, to focus on staying in touch with your intuition, wearing emeralds, working with emeralds, or even just the color green. Let's get a chakra card for you too. You don't have green clothes? What did you wear on St. Patrick's Day? Did you get pinched like all day long? You're going to buy. Hey, I don't know if it's the same for you, but your screen name is green, or your Twitch name is green. Oopsie. I dropped one. I guess I should pick up that pencil too. It was face down, so let's get you another chakra card. Oh. Soul Path Intuition. Your path is unfolding in good and perfect time, and you are right where you are meant to be. No one is in your life by accident, and nothing has transpired without careful consideration and curation by spirit. Now is the time for you to trust this path and open yourself to deeper awareness of your purpose for incarnating in this lifetime. As you engage your Dharma and explore your purpose, you may be inspired or called upon to help others do the same. This is a third eye chakra card. Tanzanite is the crystal, and poppy is the herb. So your third eye's gonna blow wide open in April. What is I feel like I need to change this music. It's so random. I guess this one's okay. You love it? Some of it was getting a little ominous. I don't like ominous music playing when we have the Three of Swords coming up. Everybody watch out. Hoaxer's third eye is gonna blow up. Oh gosh, I'll go back. This one's a short playlist, so I'll go back to the other one since you guys liked it. All right, so what's going on with Laurel Bush this month? Ooh, Laurel Bush, you are in Aries. How has this moon been feeling for you? You got, last month Hoaxers got at least 110 card. Well, so are you thinking that means you finished a cycle and now this next month you're starting a new one? Oh yeah, I need to start writing down, I feel like my little giraffe friend is gonna get burnt by the candle. I've been working with Giraffe Spirit. But I feel like he's getting moved. Or he's getting too hot next to this candle over here. I feel like I was saying something. No, I don't remember. Oh yeah, I was gonna write down all the chakra cards that we get. Oh, there's like people's voices in the background of this one. Is that annoying? I just noticed it. Oh, that's good. And good for you for keeping up with your mood tracker. Divine Doors and Whispering Woods. Oh, let me put this up. Oh, that's why I moved the squirrel over, because he blocks the message here. I'm down here. That works, I guess. Well, you know, you can go back and look at, if you remember which one it was, you could go back and look. He's a raccoon that thinks he's a squirrel. Okay. Yeah, it kind of is. I like it. I think it's tavern. I just type in copyright free fantasy music. And this was one of the top ones. Maybe it's a squirrel wearing a raccoon outfit. Maybe it's a ghost wearing a raccoon outfit and thought it was a squirrel. All right, what's going on? Oops, this one. What? Are you stressing about this thing? I thought you said it was a positive thing. It can't. Why can't it be a ghost? He used to be a ghost. Do you remember? This song sounds familiar. Well, you know what? I don't know if this is necessarily the thing that you were talking about, but there's something coming up this month that is stressing you out, and it's just going to push you to the point of leaving. But I think you're like being guided, like you're being switched directions for a reason. Or maybe I'm hearing like there's like some sort of pattern that you're repeating over and over again that eventually leads to anxiety, stress, keeping you up at night, worry. But by disciplining yourself with the Hierophant here, like disciplining yourself, like connecting to something on a regular basis that like snaps you out of that anxious thing. You're gonna be moving towards something like that. Like I think everybody I don't know why. So for some reason, like I just really tap into collective energy, but I feel like collectively with this shift that we've been experiencing the last few weeks, it's like we're all going to start making, like I said, I don't think that you were here, Laurel Bush, but I was saying that like we're going to start reprioritizing things to being more heart-centered, and like we're going to start shifting out of this like survival mode of just like let's get through this. It's going to start shifting to like more heart-centered awareness, more compassion, more collective thinking. And that's kind of like what I'm getting here, but I was just talking about that. And for you specifically, I think, and for a lot of people, I think it's going to be about like doing all these things on a regular basis that we always say we're going to do, what we're not, like spiritual exercise, like spiritual practice, like regular spiritual practice, like not just clearing your energy whenever you feel funky, like clearing your energy regularly, daily, meditating daily, like starting to treat spirituality like we usually treat exercise. Like I'll run tomorrow, I'll do my push-ups tomorrow, and except in this sense, it's like something that's alleviating anxiety for you. So like I'm going to meditate for 5 minutes a day, or like I'm going to clear my energy every time I come home, or starting a yoga practice, going to a yoga class, like because Hierophant for me is like really dedicating yourself to like spiritual practices specifically, or just something that like a regular practice or discipline. Like it could be actually studying something, but I don't know, because we have this anxiety card over here. I feel like this is something that's like pulling you away from this like worry mentality. Yeah, a lot. I, the last quarter, I mean, it's been the last the last few years for me. Um, but I don't. I think it's just hit everybody differently in different times. Um, so what else do we have going on within the next month? Yeah, see, I wasn't feeling like it was that thing. Like you said, like something positive happened. I wasn't feeling like the Six of Swords was in any relation to, I'll just call it that project, the project that you mentioned, because we have the Knight of Wands. You're running towards something that you feel passionate about. I think maybe just in the background you're going to be like incorporating more spiritual practices, or maybe even incorporating spiritual practices into your work, so that work or like your creative work, so that it's like so that your creative work like doesn't become like work, so that your creative work doesn't become work. And I don't mean that in the sense of like not having monetary value, but just so that you don't lose that passion. I don't know if I said that so weird. Again, with the discipline, there's something you got to get disciplined on something. Or maybe it's both your spirituality and like just, I don't know, like your daily routines, more work. Might even be that like some sort of routine and practice and dedication and discipline. This is usually Hoagster's card, the little the little guinea pig doing all the work. But you're there, yeah, okay. There's something that is going to happen within the next month that, or it might just, you've got a lot going on. There's going to be stress involved. You've got like regular work, and you've got your creative projects that you're working on, and you need to find some sort of regular practice, daily routine, schedule that allows you to remain passionate and not burnt out. Oh, the whispering ones. Oh, this one. And a whisper. I love this door. Oh my gosh, I just got this idea. I need to make up my own stories for the doors, because unless I should look at the bigger deck and see if it has a description of the doors, because it really bothers me that you can't, like, I want to know where this door is. How do we find this door? But there's no information with this deck. I should make up my own stories about where this door is. This is like some ruin in like a jungle, like a temple ruin or something. Can't really see what's in there. All right, how about a whispering wood? Let go. Enjoy the pulsing light of the firefly, but don't hold on too tight. Yeah, so something, if you experience anxiety next month, we really help having like a schedule and a routine or something is going to be good for you next month. Maybe it's the getting focused on the side project, like treating your side project like you do at work. I'm the same way. Like, I'm so organized and like functional at work, or like back when I used to work for other people. But like when it comes to me, I'm just like, whatever. And I need more structure. It's so weird. Hummingbird song. Nectar of sweetness and joy it brings, the hummingbird's healing as medicine sings. So I feel like finding like sweetness even in those like anxious moments is going to be important for you next month. Don't hold on to the anxiety, just let it go. Earrings all twisted. Digging for gold. You must join us in a cup of tea. Ah, PB, how are you? I was just showing someone your stream last night or the night before. But they were really impressed. They were like, "Whoa, that's so cool." Welcome in, you guys. How are you? You were playing pinball. I want to say it was last night, but it may have been the night before. And your cat was there. So how was your stream tonight? What were you guys doing? Doing good. Hoaxsters, PB has rated us before, and I keep telling you to go check them out. You found them on your own. You probably followed, and you were like, why did I follow this person? Oh, because they're awesome. Sunday would have been pinball. Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. I just think it's such a cool and unique idea. I mean, I know you do lots of things, but it's just like, wow. And it's like the environment of your streams are like, and it's kind of strange to say that like a stream can have an environment, but it's just like I feel like I'm just like hanging out, like watching you play pinball. It's just fun. Oh, I wanted to get a chakra card for Laurel Bush. Yeah, the vibe. Like the vibe. But welcome in, you guys. If you would like a tarot reading, it's !Alice to join the queue. How's your new moon going, everybody that just came in? I'm having mixed emotions about it. Laura Butch, let me get a chakra card for you. Hanging out with friends, playing some... Well, mission accomplished. We have a chakra card for Laurel Bush, please. Oops. That's two.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Just one, please. Uh-oh, what was the YouTube video? And welcome in, Tubmeister. How are you doing? Thank you for following. Weird. Okay, so Laurel Bush, I feel like this kind of sums up like what we were saying, but I really do think it's specific to like put as much energy that you would put into work into like this thing, because that like encourages the energy flow. So this is unlimited prosperity. Money is energy, and we hold a precious choice whether to prevent or encourage its flow. Are your channels for giving and receiving open wide enough? Do you allow the vibration of prosperity to radiate both from you and towards you? Reflect on your resources and how you can use them to create more abundance for both yourself and those around you. Remember also to give back with an open heart for all that is coming your way. Give thanks before you receive. But we don't have to just talk about like prosperity as like only money. Like if like put your energy, which is like your currency, just as much of that currency into the creative project that you would a professional project or whatever. Ice Matrix. But wait, why do you have mixed feelings about it? That sounds hilarious. I should write that down. And I also have to write down this card too. Oh yeah, this is a solar plexus card. Ice Matrix. I'm gonna look at Ice Matrix later and be like, what? What is happening? Oh, whoa, that's impressive. They used AI to grab the voices. Wow. That's a really good compliment. You're exactly who you say you are. I like that. Okay, we got Laurel Bush's Divine Doors. And now the queue is open. You're welcome, Laurel Bush. I'm excited for this month. I'm excited for everybody's upcoming month, but like, I think you just got to approach it that way. I can't remember Vanilla Ice's real name, but I saw him like in the 90s, I guess. But he wasn't doing hip hop. He was doing, I think he called it hardcore, but it wasn't very hardcore either. I don't know what it is. Mr. Ice. And then he had like a reality show where he was a contractor, wasn't he? Then I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie recently and totally forgot about the Vanilla Ice part. Man, he's been around the block. He's like in everything. Yeah, like how did I forget that song? It's like obviously this song has to be in this movie. Oh no, I need to figure out how to. I bet that Boogie Wonderland. Oh. See, I was talking over it when It was playing. I can't hear it for some reason. Well, thank you for playing Boogie Wonderland. I hope it went well with this Celtic music. I need to figure out how to fix that. Remember, I thought I fixed it the other day, but then it made it really weird for you guys. It was all like crackly. How to... Hugsters, you're jealous of Laurel Bush's month. You have to, I told you, you can't go into the next month anticipating everything being the Three of Swords. How to fix the sound. Now what? Now what do we do? Oh, I did have like a reading for tonight. Okay, so let's do, let's do a collective light and shadow reading that I had prepared for tonight. Oh yeah, and we can unbox stuff too. I forgot about that. Now I have to remember what it was. Okay, it was light, shadow, and magic in between. So because this we're currently in not just a new moon, but the spring equinox as well, and the equinoxes equal light and equal dark. So I made a spread specifically for light and dark, and then trying to hold space in the middle, in the center, because that's where we need to be. We can't be all dark and we can't be all light. We need to be like in the center, and that's where the magic is. So it's light. I called it the light and dark with magic in the middle spread. Oh, the cat jam emote. I thought you were still hung up on your reading. Never mind. All right, so we can we connect to the collective energy? Those watching now, those will be watching later. Interesting. Let's have it on either side of the crystal ball here. Whoa, Hogsters dropping 8,000 channel points to the collective healing session. How close are we now? I don't even know how to look at it. Yeah, I don't know how to look at it. Oh, there we go. Oh, dang, we're only 12%. Okay, I'm going to have to do it lower next time. I really didn't know like what number to put. And I don't think I can change it while it's in progress. So, dang. I feel like I just made it. Why are there only 9 days left? Oh, well. Now I know. You know which one which side do you think is the dark side? You are incorrect, sir. This is the dark side. This is the light. No, wait. This is the dark side. This is the light. And it's releasing the devil, so that's why it's the light. And I see the Hierophant as the dark side, as being like too stuck in tradition, like too much of doing things a certain way just because that's the way we've always done it, instead of doing things for the highest good, for the betterment, for changing things for the better. But I always look at the devil in reverse as like releasing chains.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Sushi fan, thank you for following. Welcome to Wonderland. How are you today? I see the devil in reverse as being the light of releasing these chains to tradition. I don't know, but the devil in reverse is kind of complicated, especially to see it. That's how I would look at it in a light standpoint, though. All right, what unicorn friend? And what is the magic in the middle of these two things? Tradition versus like breaking tradition. Ooh, I've been wanting to read this card. The Star of Lyra. Expand your casual chakra. Enter the unicorn kingdom. What is the casual chakra? Man, no matter where I put the dang squirrel, he's always in the way. There we go. Always in the way. Sushi fan, I'm doing a collective reading right now, and I'm going to take a really quick break and grab some more water, and then we can jump into your reading. Number 40. Lyra is a magnificent cross-shaped stargate between this universe and others. Interesting that it's like in the center. Beyond it lies the Unicorn Kingdom. Archangel Christiel, the wondrous white angel of peace, overlights it. This card invites you to visit the Unicorn Kingdom through the Stargate of Lyra. Ask your unicorn to take you there. Archangel Christiel will open the gate for you. When you enter, feel the ocean of tranquility and love as thousands of unicorns surround you, pouring pure white light over you. This purifies your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. Then they stream light into your third eye to expand it and awaken it to higher possibilities. After this, they illuminate your heart center to open it more fully. Finally, they cleanse and heal you at a soul level before cascading sparkling diamond light and generous blessings all over you. Look for a quiet space where you can absorb this energy. This is also a card of higher service. It invites you to develop your casual chakra above and slightly behind your crown. Oh, interesting. So I guess they call the casual chakra your soul star chakra. It's weird to call it casual. Your casual chakra, like What is that? Am I reading it incorrectly? Casual chakra. I don't think there's any mistaking that. Develop your casual chakra above and slightly behind your crown so that it lights up and becomes a portal through which unicorns can enter the earth. To help you, Archangel Christiel will send a finger of his light via the moon to this spiritual center. His light will be stepped down to a frequency that it can accept and will open and activate your personal gateway to the angelic realms. Whoa! Focus on this transcendent chakra and see it glowing above you like a personal moon so that unicorns can come through it to earth. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We are opening a moon portal so that unicorns can come to earth. Every single person on earth is doing this. So you got to do it too. Sushi Van, I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. Grab some water. BRB. Hi friends, welcome to the Mad Tea Party. Grab a clean cup. Everyone move down. Let's make some room. Let's make some room to hold the space. If they want to join us. We got new Sprightlings. Okay, I'm glad this was the right way to go. Hello, friends. Hi. My name is Allison, and I am the self-proclaimed priestess of Wonderland. I've staked my claim here through the looking glass. I am here to encourage you to do the same, to be the priestess of your own world, or the king, or the queen, or the dodo bird, if that's what you want to be. Here's some cleansing smoke for you. I want to inspire you to be the change that you want to see in the world and to live the life of your dreams. So I am claircognizant and clairsentient. And what that means is claircognizance is you just kind of like know things. I receive messages that I don't really know where they come from. And clairsentient means that I'm able to feel physically what you are feeling in, or what other people are feeling in their body. And then it'll be gone. I just got really like choked up about that. Oh my gosh. You need to just like let it out and love and let yourself be loved. Whew. I use tarot and oracle as well as my own intuition and guidance from my guides to help communicate messages from a spirit that you are meant to hear. So this community that I want to create here in Wonderland.
We're about to make some friends.
Oh, then you're my friend. You my friend? At the Mad Tea Party is to heal and transform and to grow into the person or grow into the size and that you want to be, that feels right for you, that fits you. I'm also on my own healing metamorphosis journey. And I know that it's not easy. And I know that it is, that metamorphosis is not all rainbows and butterflies and talking flowers. But I'm not feeling very priestessy today. This is why won't the point stand up, first of all? Sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's scary, And sometimes it makes you feel crazy.
I feel like a crazy person.
I'm a total shit show, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And I'm not gonna I'm gonna try to show up and do my best. Like that person, I call her Dark Priestess. She's a part of me, and I have to love her, no matter what. What I'm here to tell you is that you can't help that because we are all mad here. I was gonna try to change the transition because of the snowflakes, but I couldn't remember how to do it. All right, that was a wild collective message. I don't know who needed to hear that, but Moon Portal is opening for the unicorns to help us break tradition, the traditions that aren't serving the highest good. Sushi fan, how does MS feel about me? I'm assuming that this is a relationship reading. Is this a friendship or like a romantic relationship? Or is that's what you're trying to figure out? Romantic. Hi. I don't remember the last time I used these, so I'm just gonna cleanse them really quick. All right, how does MS feel about Sushi Fan? Hi. Thank you for the hydrate and the treat, bestie, Carly and Amber. How do you feel about MS? What? That's confusing. Are you confused? You're confused. You're asking why they feel or how they feel about you. I'm confused. as well. Let's get love messages first. Those are usually kind of straightforward. So we have the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Cups upright, which is what's confusing because the Ten of Cups in reverse, I would say they're not interested in a long-term relationship, or they're not in it for the long haul. But then the Knight of Cups is here being all romantic and like Prince Charming. And we have the Eight of Wands. Wait, yeah, Eight of Lightning, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands at the end here. It sounds kind of like really hot and heavy, but like they're not in it. They're not in it for like a committed relationship, but they're being super romantic and like pretending, maybe? This is that song that sounds familiar. Oh, what? Oops. I always hit the mouse with my elbow. I need a good place to put my mouse. Can we have some love messages for Sushi Fan? Are you in a relationship with this person? Yeah, how do you feel about this person, Sushi Fan? Because it seems like this is a relationship that's moving really quickly and it's super hot and heavy and like romantic, but it's not necessarily like a long-term thing. And but you're also getting messages to just enjoy it. So I think you should maybe just enjoy the fun. I mean, you're asking how they feel about you. And if they're coming through as the Knight of Cups, like, they have romantic feelings for you, but either they're not interested in a long-term relationship and they might be surprised that they eventually, like, do end up in a committed relationship with you, but like that's not their intention. Like their intention was like one night stand fling, or let's try this and see what happens. But this your love message is when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So I feel like this to me is saying like, who cares what it's going to end up being? Like, just have fun and enjoy it, like, while it's lasting. And if it ends up being a long-term relationship, then cool. If not, then like, at least you had fun. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So like the combination of all of this together is kind of saying to me that like, don't worry about like what the future holds. Like if you're having fun with this person, have fun with them and don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty about not having a label with it. And you might be surprised where it goes. What are the images? Yeah, he's like Mr. Romantic, Prince Charming. And if that's how you feel too, then it sounds like fun. Right? Are you having fun? Are you letting yourself have fun? Well, then have fun. Why it won't be long term? Because of the Ten of Cups in reverse. I want to. Where's my little? Oh. I don't know. I mean, the Ten of Cups in reverse is like they're not interested in that. They're not interested in the happy wife, kids, 2.5 kids, a dog and a cat. Like they're not really interested in that. Why isn't this a long-term relationship? Why the Ten of Cups? Weird. Why the Ten of Cups? Because they think they're too cool for that. We have the Strength card and the Three of Cups. So they're just not, maybe they're just not ready to commit right now. They think they're like too, I don't want to say macho, but they just want to go out and party and have fun with the Three of Cups here too. They're not interested in the happy family kind of thing. But I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that they might not know that about themselves yet, because the Knight of Cups does want that eventually. But the Knight of Cups can also be kind of a player too. But have fun while it lasts. And you never know. Like, there's no, like, red flags, unless that is a red flag for you. But weird. Do you have red flags? Because I literally said there aren't any red flags here. And then this card goes, pay attention to the red flags. But if there aren't any red flags, then you don't have anything to worry about. Angus, thank you so much for following. Exclamation point Alice with your question for your reading. If you have red flags, maybe think about it, but that's just so weird. I was literally like saying, there aren't any red flags here, and then literally this card came up. I would just like go into it having fun and not expecting a committed relationship. But if you get to a point where you want a committed relationship, ask them about it before you have your mind set on it. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of the holiday and enjoy the fun. But if you want this Ten of Cups life, you have to tell them that. You have to be honest. Like that was the other, what was the other one? Oh. be true to yourself so that you can be true to others. If you want the happy family life, you have to tell them that. If if not, then have fun while it's fun. You're welcome. I hope it helps. See, if I move the mouse out of the way, then I have to find it again. But when I have it here, I always hit stuff. Is Angus, is this a romantic relationship or a friendship or family member? What kind of relationship is this? Romantic, okay. We will keep these cards out then. Alright, why did Aziz recently reach out to? Aziz reach out to Angus. The cards are sticking together. So are you not asking that question then? Hmm. I would say that they reached out to you because either they feel guilty about something from the past or want to make amends about something in the past. And they've kind of like gone through this self-evaluation process. We have the Judgment card here and the Eight of Wands. So, and the Page of Cups. So I think they're kind of like learning something, learned their lesson, have kind of reevaluated who they are, what they want in life, and with the Eight of Wands here, I think they're kind of like anxious to like make up for it, or um, they're worried that they wasted a lot of time in the past by doing something wrong, or could have done things differently. What is this music? Oh, it must have like auto played something. What? This was the end of the medieval tavern thing. Weird. All right, let's go back to the the spooky one that you guys enjoyed so much. Oh wait, this isn't it. Oh, it is royalty free though. Okay. All right, let's get some love messages for Angus. Wasn't it Hoaxers? That was weird. That sounded like a random pop song. That I freaked out because I was worried it was gonna be like copyright, but it was still the same tavern music. That'd be like a sneaky way to get people to hear your music. Like if you're a musician, just put it on like a random playlist. Could we have a message? Oops. Love message for Angus. So is this like an ex, or like you were friends in the past and now they've just randomly come back in your life? Exactly, Hoaxers. I think they're like regretting something that they did in the past, and they realize they made a mistake. The Page of Cups is learning something like emotional or spiritual, and the Judgment card is like reevaluating things. So I feel like they are trying to make up for lost time. And we have the Secret Admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So I think maybe you need to figure out how you feel about this person, because they feel like they made a mistake. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. I think maybe just keep an open mind, but really get down to like, how do you feel about this person? Is this something you want to revisit again? You're welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Good luck to you. It just got really chilly down here. Wow, there's a lot of people on tonight. It's funny, I feel like Tuesdays are either like everybody's on or nobody's on. It was 80 degrees where you are today? Weird. We've been having the strangest weather. Like, we've been having like below freezing. And then, like, I think today it got up to like 60 something, but it was 30 this morning. So it was a huge difference. Like, we had the heat on this morning and then had to turn it off because it got so warm. So bizarre. Like 30-degree difference in one day. That's too much. I can't believe it was 80 where you are though, Hoaxers, because you're further north than I am. That's how, like, we had an 80-degree day. It's been a couple weeks now. But that was weird. Like, it was just like I couldn't cool off. It was too hot too soon. Well, I guess maybe I'll do a few more collective readings. Feeling called to this deck. How about these two together? Let's see how these go together. I know it. I just noticed that the squirrel is sleeping. It feels later than it is. I really love seeing how like different oracle decks work together. So this is the Angels and Ancestors with the Shaman's Dream. Because this one feels shaman-y. So I'm going to see how they go together. Oh my gosh, and we had a deck to open too. Shoot. Okay. I almost forgot. Do we want to open the decks tonight or do you want to wait until another time? They are tarot decks. I don't know why there's two. I can't remember. And it's it's a winter deck. A winter tarot deck, and it's the first day of spring. So I don't know if maybe I ordered two to give away or what. I really, like, I don't remember. It's been that long. All right. We have a collective message. I almost forgot about it. It's sitting right next to me. Well, I think it was like a Kickstarter, and I must have selected a package that like came with something. I just don't remember what it is. Hold the space. This is just a random message for whoever needs to hear it. Oh, I like these together, I think. Druid and the Crossing.
For a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late.
He must be.
So the message of the Druid card is hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. The Druids were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles. They had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon. They were the scholars who created the Ogham tree language, and they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. When the Druid card appears in a reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perception and move back to a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it needs to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots, yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. I feel like this is a message for anyone that might be feeling anxious with the Aries new moon energy of really needing to start something and get going on something. That sometimes just holding the space and being patient is action. So the crossing is initiation and rite of passage. You have come to stand on one side of the river. The opposite bank leads into darkness of the eternal cave, where the old dies and then is born again. This is a place where time is forgotten and the seasons cease their dance and stand still, as if in a temporary repose. You must cross the river now, honoring and respecting this transition, for it's time to say goodbye to your old ways of navigating your world. Don't be afraid. You've come to the edge of the river because you're ready. You're ready to let go of what doesn't serve you and all the ways in which you've kept yourself from truly living. Intimacy requires vulnerability and truth. Can you strip away the masks and the barriers of false strength to discover what you're really made of? Step in the boat waiting for you. Let it carry you into the cave where the shadows are waiting to be illuminated so that you can be born again into this world without denial or artifice. Making the crossing is a beautiful, powerful act of the highest love. So I really feel like this message is for someone who may be feeling oh gosh, I need to do something and anxious to get going on things, but knowing that inaction is just as much of an action as action. That you might be at this crossroads, this crossing, and you're ready to transition, but there's not necessarily anything you have to do to make it happen. It's just already happening. All right, so let's open these decks. Mr. Appendragon, hello, how are you? Doing okay. We just got a mystery deck in the mail. So I know what one of them is, but it feels like there's two in here and I don't remember. Don't remember. It came, I ordered it. It was either December or November. And it was a winter deck. It must have been November because I don't think I would have ordered it in December for winter. But it got held up in customs. And so I totally forgot about it. I freaked out when a package came. I was like, do not tell me that I'd spent more money. But I'm like, oh, that's November money. That's different. Ooh. What? I didn't know this came with it. A little tarot bag. Oh, whoops. Oh, great. The Nine of Swords sticker. That's why it got stuck in customs. It had a bad omen in it. What is all this stuff? Some incense. Weird, I can't smell it. Weird. My nose is broken. I don't smell anything. Usually you can smell them like even in the plastic. Weird. I totally just thought it was a deck. Okay, so this is well, now I don't know what it's supposed to be. I think it's this one. I think it's the winter weight. I don't remember now. You can smell it, Hoaxers. What? Alright, there's one. Yeah, there's definitely two decks in here. Oh, God. Okay. What's it gonna be? You have kitty nose powers. Oh my gosh, there's confetti in it. I thought it was gonna pour out, but it's not. Yeah, okay, I got the winter weight. Which is just the rider weight with like a winter theme. Just in time for spring. Whee! Okay, so this is by Tarot Collectibles. They are in the UK. They have a whole bunch of like themed tarot decks like this. You've probably seen the Trip and Wait is a really popular one that people use. But I was just looking for a deck to use for the wintertime. And finally, I think they had it must have been a Black Friday sale or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. You know, I try to forget when I shop, especially for decks. Okay. Wait, what? Why are there two fools? Oh, there's the back. Why are there two fools? Are they different? Can you spot the difference? Guess they're the same. I guess it's just an extra one. So Cause I like snow so much, you know. I needed a winter deck. We didn't get any snow this year. Thanks for reminding you of winter. I know. It's all winter. Even the Empress is winter. The lovers. Oh, that's the. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I really didn't know that it was coming with a. Why does this always happen to me? Um, I didn't know that this was coming with a little tarot pouch, but look, it's the lovers card, and like the lovers card is my life path number. That's what was so crazy about this deck having this on the cover, because this is the lovers card. I'm like, the lovers card is just following me around. It is my life. I don't know what it means though. Like, I don't know what to do with it. The chariot. Oh, look at the little lion. The hermit has a Santa Claus sack. Oh, yeah, we had this weird, like, sleet, snow, rain. Not that long ago, actually. It was like last week. Hot Santa Claus. What is the other deck, though? I wonder if I got 2 winter decks. Ah, yo, Erica, what's up? It's the first day of spring, so we're opening a winter deck, of course. Ooh, look at the death card. How are you today? I totally forgot whoa, look at the devil. I ordered this in November and it got stuck in customs. It was coming from the UK. Totally forgot I ordered it. And now on the first day of spring, we have a winter tarot.
Can't stop now.
You might
What? Tarot mama! I really like all the colors that they chose though. Hi Tarot mama, how are you? How was your stream?
Curiouser.
How are the how are your readings going on this new moon? Thank you for shouting out Tarot Mama. She's another tarot streamer here on Twitch. And man, I swear, I don't know what your schedule is, Tarot Mama, but it seems like you stream every day. We are flipping through a new deck. I'm totally open to doing readings. I just don't have anybody in the queue right now. So we decided to open a deck. So welcome in, you guys. My name is Allison Wonderland. I'm the self-proclaimed priestess of Wonderland, and I'm here to encourage you to be the priestess of your own world and to live the life of your dreams. And apparently that includes, ooh, look at the sun. Apparently that includes using a winter deck in springtime. Now I'm going to have to order a spring one. I wonder if they have a spring one. They probably do. Oh, look at the world. Four days is still a lot, though. Oh, you must not have heard the story. I ordered this in November and totally forgot about it. It got stuck in customs and now it just came in the mail today. I panicked. I was like, Allison, you did not order another deck. Because I've been getting that subscription box and I'm like, that's good. Every 3 months is good. But I felt so guilty when I saw this in the mail today. I was like, no, no, please don't tell me I'm like buying decks in the middle of the night right now.
Curious and
But I
curious.
ordered this in, I think it was the end of November. I think it was like a Black Friday sale or something. And then, yes, it's from the UK. They had a strike. But then it also got stuck in customs. Like after it got through the postal strike, it got stuck in customs. So I just got it. I just got it now, like today. I know. I really hope I'm not buying decks in the middle of my sleep, but it wouldn't surprise me at all because these decks keep showing up on my door. I almost bought one at the store today. I went to get a candle from my local like witchy shop and I knew what candle I wanted. I went right in. I was like, we're going to the candles. We're going to check out. But then instead of going straight to the candles, I went straight to the deck section and I picked up this one deck and I was like, oh my God, I have to get this. And I was like, we're not here to get decks. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, I knew, like I had, okay, we're going to get the candle. We're going to get the candle. Oh, look, decks. They're so shiny and they're so pretty. Oh, look at this one. But see, I was rewarded when I came home. Because by not buying the deck at the store, I received 2. I don't know what the second one is. I'm like, dang. Oh, the Buffy one is rad. I haven't seen it yet. It looked really cool, and I was very tempted by that one. And isn't that an Insight Tarot deck? That company is pumping out some decks. Oh, I like the Ace. It's a snowflake. Whoa. Yeah, I didn't think about that until just now, Hoaxers. I was rewarded for not buying one deck at the store by receiving 2 decks in the mail. It's fun to play musical decks every now and then. When you buy a few, you get rid of a few. Oh, there's a snowman. It is Insight. Well, I have the Labyrinth deck, and then someone gave me a Del Toro tarot deck, and it was the same company, Insight. So, and they're always releasing them. I think they did. No, they didn't do the Hocus Pocus one, did they? I don't know. I just noticed. I was like, dang, they're just like buying up every property. I don't even know how they can do it. I guess because it's not the original artwork. I don't know. Or they're forking out a ton of money to buy the licensing for everything. But I'm glad the Buffy one is cool. Ooh, look at the 2 of Swords. Frozen Heart. Yay, tacos. Have fun, Erica. Thank you for stopping by. If you guys aren't hanging out in Yo Erica stream, get over there right now. It's so much fun. I'm trying to note it. There's like very slight differences. Squirrel. I think like maybe the backgrounds are a little different in some of them. It is Tuesday after all. Time for tacos. Whoa, look at the shadow. I didn't even notice that. That's the sticker that we got. Is the shadow in the regular rider weight? Or did they add that? Oh my gosh, it's a mouse. It's the shadow of a mouse. That's kind of cool. It's a cool addition. Oh no, Mr. Snowman melted. Enjoy your lurk. And I like that the sky is all like kind of cotton candy. I'm not really sure what the difference is. So, okay, we got the winter weight. And then there's a Santa's Helpers. And then the glitter weight, which I believe is this, but glitter. But I'm not sure. The wands are like really jumping out at me for some reason. Or the aces, sorry. Oh, he's got a present instead of the world. There's like really subtle differences. I know, right? Glitter. I'm actually, the second I said glitter, I was like, wait, how did I not get the glitter one? I don't know. Arsel, hello, how are you? Oh dang, he got hit in the face. Oh, they hit each other in the face. That, you know that hurt. What card was that? 5, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like really look close at these to see like what the differences are. The cat is different, right? And I feel like the crowns and their hats are different. Oh, the world. Peace on earth. All right. What do you guys think the mystery deck is? Please tell me it's not another winter deck, though. Because unless it's the glitter one. Maybe it's the glitter one. I don't know. Oh, hey, here's the guy. The company is called Tarot Collectibles. His name is like Jeremy, I think. Oh, he said, thanks for backing our campaign. That's nice. Stay safe. James is his name. I love handwritten stuff like that. That's super cool. And yeah, I didn't get the glitter deck, but it came with confetti, so that works. And this bag that I didn't know I was getting. How cool. Now I can pack it up and wait for winter. Oh my god, which one do you think it is? You think it's the glitter? Okay, fingers crossed for the glitter. I got a whole bag of confetti now, though. Dun 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 dun. Just kidding, I gotta take the cardboard off. Yeah, the bag is very cool too. It's like the groupie weight. Stars edition. Oh, yeah. Okay, so see, I did get something glittery. The camera's not going to pick it up. I wonder, it must have come as a package. I really don't remember. Whoa, look at it. Okay, can you see it? It's like hologrammy. There we go. Whoa, it's so groovy. Whoa. Tara Mama's excited. Whoa, that is pretty cool. And what else is cool about it is like, you know, these cards are hologrammy, but like they film horribly. Like you can never get it to like show the image right. But this still shows the image without being like, without, what am I talking about? You know what I'm talking about. All right, the Fool. Whoa, these are cool. Look how bright the colors are. We can use this for springtime, right? Okay, this is perfect. I think they do have a spring one coming out, though. Whoa, the High Priestess. Whoa. I wish you could see how trippy it is. The Emperor. Man, they need to make the Guru. They need to make all cards like this. I wonder how they did it. Whoa, look at the Lover's card. I don't know. I might like this one more than the than the winter one. I should have gotten the glitter winter one. What's wrong with me? I love that there's rainbows everywhere. It's the best deck you've ever seen. Whoa. We might have to take Mr. Squirrel out of here. There we go. Look at the death card. Yeah, Justice is really cool. Whoa, but look at the devil. Whoa. I'm like tripping out on these cards. Look at the star. Ah. It's just this one guy, Jeremy. Go to tarotcollectibles.com. James, sorry, James. Like he hand draws them. This isn't just like computer animated. He hand draws them. I don't know. He might use the computer. He might do it digitally for the colors. I don't know. I like the moon. Me too, Tarot Mama. The world. All right, I guess this is going to be our spring deck then. That's exciting. We'll have to wait for the winter one until... Whoa. Next winter. This one reminds me of the Yellow Submarine for some reason. I mean, I don't know why, like, that one specifically made me think of Yellow Submarine, because, like, really, you could say any of these look like the Yellow Submarine album. But for some reason, the Three of Pentacles, like, really does it for me for some reason. I don't know. Oh my gosh, yes. Seven of Pentacles. Actually, this might have to be... Oh, no, wait. We have a Wonderland deck. Never mind. Oh, the queue's empty right now, I think. That's just the last person. I didn't clear it. Oh, I guess I should take this snow off. This I know how to do. Oh, Arsel, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm glad you're enjoying your time in Wonderland. It's only because of this deck, though. This deck did it for you. Ooh, look at the Ace of Cups. Make love, not war. It's funny, like, do they not all have... Oh, it's only the ace and the court cards that have the label and the major arcana. I was like, why? Why does this... The other ones don't have labels on it, except for this. Yeah, the Three of Cups is super cool. This would make like a really fun coloring book. Whoa, mushrooms. Oh, I'm sorry. I've told... How long have I been... Oh my gosh. Mia and sent a... Wait. Sent a nut to the hunter. I'm so sorry. I didn't see that you redeemed some things. Thank you so much for the hydrate. And Mia, I'll get your tea affirmation after I hydrate. How did I thought I was like keeping up with the chat. Let me get the tea affirmation. The teacup is hiding over here. Is Mia still here? I feel so bad. I hope they didn't come in with the raid and then I wasn't paying attention. Is Mia still here? Let me know that Mia's still here. Ooh, there is a tarot coloring book by Theresa Reed. I was trying to think. There's the Coloring Book of Shadows has a tarot book, or a tarot coloring book, and I feel like I've seen like just the Rider-Waite as a coloring deck, like randomly, like I think I saw it at like some discount store randomly. So I think they're out there. But I think this one, like with the rainbows in the background, would be really cool or fun to color. Yeah, it totally can, Tarot Mama, because you like associate colors, like you use your own color associations and everything. I have the Coloring Book of Shadows coloring book, but it's so beautiful, like I'm afraid of messing it up. I know that's so stupid. See, look at that, Mr. Romance. Somebody was getting the Knight of Cups earlier. Like, he's so romantic, or she's so romantic. They are so romantic. I really like the aces. Thank you, Arsel, for contributing to the collective healing session. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to like extend the time period, because this is the first one that I've had the community challenge, and I didn't know what to set the time limit on, and I didn't know what to set the number on, and I just picked a random number. But apparently it was too high because we don't have much time left. But oh, there was another sticker. So I'm going to see if I can extend the time limit so that we eventually hit it, or I'm going to, when I have to make a new one, I'm going to have a lower number this time so that hopefully we reach it. Because people have been contributing to it. I just don't know if we're going to make it. I can't tell. Are those her? Yeah, she has 4 hands. Wow. Oh, this is one you could probably see the glitter really well. So anybody that was thinking about the glitter of the winter one, I think it's like this, but it's not the stars. So I'm assuming it would have like a very similar effect. Whoa. Oh, here's another one. You can see it good. Like when they have a solid background, you can really see it sparkle. Whee! Did I miss Mia again? I was just like, wait, where's this person? Shoot. Oh, Mia was your mod. I'm sorry. So they did come in on the raid, and I just like didn't even see it. It's right there. I still feel bad. I can. I'll have to get them a message another time. Whoa. Here's Hoagster's beating stick. Hoagsters. Oh man. I guess well no that would be I was gonna say I should make an emote of this, but that would be copyright infringement. Never mind. Like the heart is, or the world is a heart. Whoa. That's true. That's true, Hooksters. I should try that. Whee. Yeah, that's funny you just said that, Arsel. And this one, like, really looks good borderless. Maybe that's what's so striking about them. I don't know. Was this one not borderless? Okay, yeah, this one had a border. I didn't even realize that until just now. Nine of Wands. I don't know if I can pick a favorite. They're all so great. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. I think I picked a favorite. Who is this? Is this just random? This one's my favorite. What? I was like, wait, is Smokey the Bear King of Wands? Wait, is it? And then there's two. Why are there two fools in both of them? Extra card. Oh my gosh, and he has a squirrel. Oh, let's get squirrel back up here. Because like sometimes, you know, they'll put two in and they'll be like slightly different. Like I've seen some decks with like two death cards. But these are like identical. And the winter one was identical too, right? Yes, they are identical. Maybe I should do a giveaway of one of the images. Ooh, I could make it one of the postcards. I'll put it, somebody who has their tarot or their Kofi membership will do did it not have a box? We'll do somebody will get one of these cards with their postcard. Since I'm so behind on that. Very cool. Whoa, even the box is glittery. Wasn't someone wanting to join the queue, or am I wrong? I just went through Tarot Collectibles land. And my brain's not working. My brain wasn't working when we started tonight, though. I feel like it came back for a little bit, and then it just disappeared. Yay! They are awesome. And thank you again for subscribing. I'm gonna start having daily sub goals. And if we hit the sub goal, then I thought we could end stream with like something, either a collective reading, or that's why I was writing down all the chakras that everybody got. Maybe we'll do like a chakra cleansing at the end, or like something at the end of stream if we hit our sub goal. So that's what that is, right next to our little squirrel friend there. They're sequins. That's what these are. I was like, what are these things called? Sequins. Woohoo! I'm gonna light one of these incense and see, like, why doesn't it smell? Maybe they're handmade so that they're like super fancy and special, and you have to light them to smell them. So what do you guys think? What do you like, the winter one or the groovy one? Which one's your favorite? Ooh, okay, I can smell them now. You just gotta light them. The groovy, 10 of 10 gizmo rating. Groovy. I wish I knew what the scent was, though. All right, we will. I'm assuming you would like to use the groovy weight, Taro Mama. And how have you been feeling with the new moon? I've been kind of up and down all day. Like sometimes I'm hyped and pumped and then I just like crash. It's really weird. All right, I guess I should take out the extra one. We'll give it a good shuffle first though. Did I show the back? I don't remember. Feels refreshing. That's good. It's way different than I thought it was gonna feel, but it's in a good way. Cause I just usually feel so like hyper and like anxious with Aries moons. I'm just like, oh my gosh, we got to do everything and we have to do it all now. But it's a lot more calm right now for me. Whoa. 7 of Cups. Just that's the energy I was describing though. It's like I want to do this and this and this and this and this. All right, let me get some reversals in there though. Well, that's what I always remind people, like, because we put so much pressure on starting things on the new moon, but it's really about planning things on the new moon. Like, you don't necessarily have to be, like, moving towards things. I mean, moving towards things, but you don't have to be, like, in it. You can allow the energy to, like, slowly increase. Plan it out, map it out. You don't have to do everything all at once. I usually don't feel a lot of energy until like the first quarter, which is like a week from now. So next week I'll be super hyped, but just not today. All right. What does Tarot Mama need to know with this new moon? That was to focus on. Wonder what oracle deck would be good to use with this. Oh, interesting. releasing something. Releasing. Yeah, we got the moon, but the moon in reverse. So I think kind of along the lines that I was just saying is like people, like you can start things on the new moon, but it's really about like shedding and releasing last month, anything you needed, anything that you learned and that you're like ready to let go of. And then slowly start to increase and move forward with the rest of the moon cycle. So there's something that you should be releasing at this time. And I think it might be something that's blocking something that you're passionate about. So like finding and discovering your passion again, and maybe even some like childlike wonder about something. Or I'm wondering if it's something from your childhood that you need to release. Or something that happened in the past that's blocking moving forward with something that you're passionate about. I feel like the Hidden Realms might be good to go with this deck. I can't stop looking at it though, it's so pretty. Oh, let go of the house plague. Ugh. God, I remember the first time me and my partner got sick together, like really sick, like really bad sick, like bad, bad, bad. And it was like, wow. One bathroom, like you really get to know each other and you're just like, I guess we're in it now. Oh gosh, I feel ya. It's still lingering though. Can we have a Hidden Realms message for... Interesting. So with the Six of Cups, I'm wondering if this thing that you're releasing is something that's really like embedded in there. Because we have Phoenix, Resurrection, and Surrender to Change. 5 weeks. Oh my gosh. Whew, I'm sorry. I hope you're able to if everybody's getting their turn to rest, I hope. Because that's really the only thing you can do. The Phoenix appears as your ally to celebrate your journey and to ensure your ultimate success. This is true even if it appears that you've just passed through a metamorphical experience of death or are currently enduring a perception of failure in your life. Death and rebirth are related when you enter the realm of the Phoenix. Seen in this light, nothing truly dies, but rather changes from one ending directly into new beginnings. The Phoenix is constantly reinventing itself and rising up whole and new and even more powerful with every death it experiences. This could signal an end of a relationship or a dynamic within one, or an end of a job, a project, or even a life. Perhaps no failure is involved, but it's time for a complete overhaul of your circumstances. You may be tired of what you're doing, or you may know intuitively that it's time to move on and try something new. Whatever it is, death of the old and celebration of the new are called for. Whatever you do now will indeed be a successful endeavor, for a rebirth is imminent. I really was feeling like something, whatever it is that you need to let go and release is going to make you the King of Wands. I feel like this is like what you need to do in order to like claim and own your power and like sit on that throne with this sparkly dude. Dead Crow, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the best stream in the universe, according to Hoagsters. The world according to Hoagsters. They're so pretty. You know what this is about. You can do it. You can do it. Grab that little person and say, come on, let's go. You're shopping for a new alarm clock. Are you trying to like not use your phone? It's like don't most people use their phone now? All right, I'm gonna ask this deck what it wants to be used for. Ooh, I love checking the temperature. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have a thermometer like on this on the side of my door. I'm like, what temperature is it? It like tells me the indoor temperature and the outdoor temperature. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah. Oh, I like using my watch. I hate wearing my Fitbit, but I like that it vibrates to wake me up and it's just so gentle. Like I don't like alarms anymore. It just gently vibrates my wrist and I'm like, oh, what's that? You like knowing the temperature of your room? Good, I'm not alone. All right, Groovy, wait, what do you want to be used for? Oh, gosh. Oh, whoops. I don't know. Releasing? Releasing things that are blocking like your true path and purpose. I don't know. Not taking yourself too seriously. I'm stuck on the release thing, I guess. The 70s people were really big into the devil. Really? Well, I think it was just like society was told people in the 70s that did everything like was going to let the devil in. Rock and roll music was gonna bring the devil in. Drugs were gonna bring the devil in. Oh, whoops. Sorry, my chat was paused. Release to find the right path. That's kind of what I was thinking. What's next? What next tomato will bring the devil in? What next tomato? What? I was like, I thought you meant that there was a tomato in the image. But I don't see a tomato. All right, what does the winter weight want to be used for? Those must have been handmade incense, man. That's pretty cool. You guys, I guess I gotta finally start connecting to my life path if the lover's card is gonna like follow me around. All right, this one we haven't shuffled yet. Did it have, this one had 2 fools in it too, didn't it? Yeah. Let's take the extra fool out. If it says anything about snow, I'm leaving. I mean, I think it's gonna. Snow, snow, snow. I don't think the incense is still going. I'm gonna hold it over it anyways. I've got some sage. I mean, I should have like extra cleansed these because they were sitting in customs for like 3 months and went through a strike. These decks have been through like history or a moment in history. The latest you saw snow was in mid-April. Yep, I believe it. Reverse. I know. All right, tarot deck. What winter weight? What do you want to be used for? For hibernating in winter. It wants to be used in winter. That's what I got. For taking time out, hibernating in winter, finding the peace and balance in the stillness that is winter. And maybe also like what path to go next. Hey, Deadcrum, there's nobody in the queue right now, so we could do your reading. Would you like to use one of these new decks for your reading? We have the Winter Wait and the... You can just let me know what question you have. And would you like... Which deck would you like to use? Or we usually use the Alice deck. Oh, I just realized it's kind of bigger. Just like barely. Oh, I have a specific deck for a love reading. It's not going to be a deck that you would think would be good for a love reading, but it is. All right. So goodbye, Winter. Oh, that one was still going. Goodbye, Winter, until winter. How fitting to be packing up a winter deck in spring, though. Now I just have to remember to take my snowflakes off of the stream. Goodbye, winter. We're going to use this one for spring, though. I feel like all I do is look for, just look for decks. Or look for things that I just set down like 2 seconds ago. All right, this is my love reading deck. I'm gonna go ahead and put the little lover's bag in there too. Or we'll keep it out for this reading, but I'll put it back in there. I don't think it's smoking anymore, but it's certainly like still hot. Ooh, maybe it should be a summer deck too. Next winter, you're moving to Spain. All right, Dead Chrome, do you have a specific... Oh, never mind, sorry. I need to pay attention. Wait. A general... I thought you said it was a love reading. Mostly been focused on love. Are you in a relationship? And do you have like a specific question? See, I always know when people say that they want a general reading that they usually have something on their mind. So I'm glad I saw the love reading first. You kind of hit it off with somebody recently. All right. I'm just going to ask like what you need to know about love in general. And then maybe we could get clarification about this person based on what the cards say. Let me see. So there is somebody around that has potential, relationship potential. Let me see if I can get clarity on whether or not it's that person. Is this the person that they met recently? Okay, I kind of feel like it is this person that you hit it off with. We have the Empress, and then when I asked for clarification if it was this person that you met recently, the Ace of Cups came up. So we have there is this person that has potential for a relationship, but I feel like you are kind of lacking direction on what to go. But the Ten of Cups is in the center here, so I feel like the potential is there, but you aren't really going for it for some reason. So what is holding you back? We have love messages for Dead Chrome, please. Whoops. I'm kind of getting good at shuffling these hearts, but they take a while. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So why are you thinking about the past? We want to be, don't be looking over there. We want to be looking over here. I get the sense that maybe like, do you feel like you're not like deserving of having, the Ten of Cups is like that happy family card. Haha, we're pulling out the Rider-Waite. It's like the picturesque. Actually, I don't remember what it looked like in this one. Like happy family, kids are playing in the yard, rainbows and butterflies. Probably extra rainbows in this one. Or maybe it's just that you're not sure that like you want that. You're like, I just want a relationship first. I'm not talking about no family. I think like finally, it feels like it took like forever. I think finally like traditional families are like looking different now. They aren't looking like what they used to be, and I think it's finally more like acceptable, and like it like if you don't want the white picket fence and the dog and the kids, then you don't have to have that. You can still have a family. It's just gonna look the way that like you want it to look. Like it doesn't have to be the house in the yard. It can be the like traveling around the world, or like it doesn't, like you can still have a family and not have it be like what this is. Cause there I don't know, there's just like some hesitation here. It feels like, I don't know, something. And then with the forgiveness and stop focusing energy on the past, like maybe it was like it's out, like it's all out there. If you want it, you create your reality. If you want it, then start thinking it. Start thinking and dreaming and imagining what it would be like, what your family would look like, what your ideal relationship would look like, what your ideal person would look like. Start like envisioning what that looks like. Yes, I have lots of fur babies. I think, I don't know. I think you made a connection with this person. The Ace of Cups is about like new, fresh relationships, new beginnings. If it's not that person, it's somebody coming soon if you can like open yourself up to it. What is your twin flame look like? A twin flame is like your other half, like the part that completes you, like. And I think everybody has an idea of what that looks like too. For me, I feel like people say that your twin flame is supposed to be like exactly like you and like a part of you, but I feel like it's, for me in my experience, they're usually the opposite. Like they're what you're lacking. So it's like they do complete you. It's like if you're really like wild and crazy and all over the place, the right person for you might be a very organized person. And like you help them to like get a little wild and crazy sometimes, and they help you get organized. But that's just my perspective. Everybody has a different opinion on twin flames. You're kind of introverted. So maybe your idea person is very extroverted, so that like they help you bring you out of your shell, and you teach them how to be an indoor person, and hey, look, we can chill inside too and still have fun. But then they make you get out of the house every once in a while. Oh, that's what you just said, extroverted. Sorry. I read the last message first. We have a message for Dick Kroom. Yeah, it's funny. Like I think so. We have deception and religious factors, and when this religious factors card, it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I feel like when this card comes up, it's like if you didn't have a religious background growing up and that's like wasn't your life experience, a lot of times this card comes up when it's like whatever your family looks like is not what your ideal family looks like. And so you've decided, like, I don't want a happy family because that wasn't my experience. But understanding what I'm saying, and I think what the cards are saying, what the universe is saying, like, everybody's family or love life is going to look different. Like we're not all Leave It to Beaver kind of people. And I really don't think that type of family even exists anymore. But yet for some reason society all like still pushes that on us, and we still deep down in the back of our minds like try to achieve that. And then once you get there, you're like, wait, I don't even want this. I'm not happy. So it's about figuring out what makes you happy first and then going for that. And deciding, this is what my happy family looks like. This is what my happy relationship looks like. And it's not going to look like your neighbors, and it's not going to look like your friend. It's going to look exactly what it is for you, because it's like the thing that's meant to be for you and that other person. Yeah, hoaxers, I do think opposites attract. Even and allowing people to change over time is really important with the relationships too. Like, and just because like there's this forgiveness of the past and this like it doesn't have to all look one way. I feel like I'm not explaining myself correctly, but I think you probably get the point. I guess maybe, oh, it is later. That's so weird. Last time I looked at the clock, it was like, it's so early. It's earlier than I thought it was, and now it's later than I thought it was. I start to not make sense at the end of the night as we go in. And the forgiving the past, I think it's just for forgiving and maybe forgetting like what you thought it was supposed to be, because there is no supposed to be. It's just what's right for you. And what's right for you for that time, because like I said, people change over time too. My partner and I, when we first got together, we were totally alike. We were like identical, but now we're like totally opposite people, because people grow and people change. We're still interested in like the same things, but it's like we're totally different now. Love me no matter what. Thank you, Hogsters. That's so nice. It's nice to hear sometimes. Your family might look like have sparkly stars all over it, like this family does. I would put glitter on everything if I could. Hey, Maddie, I think I'm done with readings tonight, but the next time you come, it's actually !Alice to join the queue. I didn't realize how late it was. So I think I had an idea of who we could raid tonight, unless anybody else has a suggestion. I would love if you guys could stick around for the raid. I usually stream every Tuesdays, so if you want to catch me next time, I'm putting out my schedule probably tomorrow. I almost had it finished today, but oh, I have a sweet voice. Thank you so much, Dead Chrome, and thank you for getting a reading and letting me read for you today. I believe that you are worthy and deserving of love, and so should you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was working on my schedule today, and there's something about it. I was like, I don't know, I just couldn't finish it. Like, I have everything planned out, but like I kept feeling like I was forgetting something. And I don't know, I couldn't send it out just in case I needed to change it for some reason. So yeah, I usually stream on Tuesdays. That's probably going to stay the same, but every now and then I'll like sneak in an extra stream sometimes. And then we do movie parties in Discord. If anybody wants to join our Discord, we're continuing with the series Avatar: The Last Airbender. We're on the last season. We might even finish this next movie night. So if you're interested, if you like watching fun, slightly spiritual things, we're doing Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then the movie for this month is going to be the Atlantis movies, the Disney Atlantis. And I needed to ask everybody, do you want to do those like 1 and 2 in the same night, or do you want to split it up into 2 different movie parties? I was kind of feeling like, oh no, never mind. Oh no.
Can't stop now.
But princess, you must join us.
Oh my god, don't. I was totally just about to rage you.
Curious.
I I was totally about to say, let's raid Dalt Wisney, and then like I clicked over to make sure you were still on, and like my face was there. I was like, wait, what's happening?
Curiouser.
Oh my gosh. You are enough. Thank you so much for that message, Miss Megan and Jardic. Thank you so much. You are enough.
Curiouser and
Wow, welcome in,
curiouser.
you guys. How was your stream, Dalt? I was looking forward to going over there.
Curiouser and
Odin, welcome in.
curiouser.
How are you? Look, I got Fossabot working. Dead ally, thank you so much. Thank you. Is that what you? You're making me feel so special with You Are Enough. But welcome in, you guys. I guess I should maybe play my raid video since I think a lot of you are new. My name's Allison. I was just saying that I usually stream at Tarot on Tuesdays. But I think we might be changing that up a little bit this month. But usually I stream Tarot on Tuesdays. We were just getting ready to end the night. But I really appreciate y'all coming over and hanging out with me. Let me play a little, just a quick, not my full raid video, just like a really quick video so that you can get kind of an idea of what the vibe is. And then we'll figure out where to go next if you want to join the raid train.
Curiouser and curiouser.
So welcome to Wonderland, you guys. Yeah, I hope you can hop on the raid train with us. We also unboxed a really cool deck. I highly recommend this artist, Tarot Collectibles. tarotcollectibles.com. I ordered this in December for a Kickstarter campaign. I ordered this winter weight deck. And apparently, I don't know if I ordered this groovy weight deck too, but it came with it. Late night ordering for me, I guess, and it's sparkly and glittery and super trippy, and I think we're going to be using this for spring, so hopefully you can come in and join us for another Tarot Tuesday and get a reading with this super cool deck here. You have the Blacklight deck. They're all awesome. They're all so awesome. I really needed a winter deck, and then now I'm glad I have this one because, like, what? I feel like the Blacklight deck is probably similar to this one though. Sleep buying, yeah, about that. Well, who should we raid though? Man, Dalt, thank you so much. You are like one of the coolest humans ever, and I love your streams. I love your energy. I'll never forget the first time I ever saw you. I think I say this every time I talk to you, but I was just like, this is the place I need to be. Because you had a crown, you had a super cool crown on, and I just love the energy and the vibe, and your community is so cool. So thank you so much, all of you new followers. I hope we get to work together soon. An art streamer. Are we in the mood? Oh, yeah, Hoaxsters, you recommended somebody earlier too. Let me go back and look. There are a lot of people on. Oh, wait, there's a member of the Twitch Witch Collective on. So let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you guys again. I hope you have a happy new moon, a happy spring equinox. I hope you have all the good things coming towards you. And remember, we have 2 Aries new moons this year. We're gonna have another Aries moon next month. So if you are like not feeling like getting the fire lit under your ass this month, we can still do it next month because we're gonna have another fire moon, another Aries moon, and yeah. Happy new moon. Thank you so much again for the raid. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the new follows. You guys are amazing. Let's go give some love to Plain Toast No Jam. A super chill environment as well. So hop on the raid train. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you and have a good night.
For a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late.
He must be